Yeah, I like the charts available in the portal. I think if you scroll to GMS contract and then, for example, look at unhealthy behaviors and chronic conditions, which I guess it is perhaps the main focus, I can see that the charts in the example poster actually come from some of the data available lower down. So if you go to chronic conditions, say, for example, summary, and you open that up, what we've got is the data on alcohol consumption recorded, BMI recorded, and HbA1c and things like smoking status recorded. I think for simplicity, the example poster left both these charts in. So one line is patients with a long-term condition with a BMI is recorded, and then the other line is patients with a long-term condition with no BMI. And I just take that one out, so it just gives you a nice, cleaner picture of BMI recorded. So it's curious. There's going from July 23 up to April 24. There's a steady increase, and then it drops again. I suppose it's depending on what date references and ranges you're using. But what's quite nice, you can see the charts are going up. So whatever we're doing, it is working. Ideally, if you want to see a really lovely PDSA cycle, you're going to see jumps up. And I'm hoping that at the end of March, when we get the next sort of data cut, we might see another big cut again in our practice, because we implemented another change after we looked at this in December and January. I'd do the same. I'd get rid of the CC71. The line we want is CC69. Smoking status recorded, so I just get rid of that, and you can see that it's saying 50%. I don't know whether the data is as accurate as perhaps some of the stuff that we might pull in, but it depends on the codes you're looking for. The other thing is then your patients who have had a weight recorded and whose weight is whose BMI is over 30. Have we got a code to show that they've been referred for support? And that's in this chronic conditions weight management tab. And it's showing who's had a code offering support depending on various BMIs. I think the ones we're most interested in, I suppose, are BMIs over 30. This sort of groups them into different BMI groups. Again, they're all skewed by this blue line, which is not offered. So I think I'd get rid of that in all the charts, because that's just a little frustrating. That's just making the charts a little hard to interpret. And I think in this one here, it's saying this is your BMI, this is your patients whose BMI is recorded and what their BMI is. And then these are your BMIs where they've been referred for weight management support. And again, it's nice to see you want all these showing upwards. I think it must be resetting at the beginning of each financial year. But what's nice here is that we're seeing a gradual increase over time. I'm hoping, again, in my practice, we looked at this in December, did another PDSA cycle, changed our approach with these things, and I'm hoping we might see another uptick again when we get the end of March data. So I guess I'd be tempted to automatically take out the line for not recorded, because in the example poster, they left those lines in, and I think it just skews things. I don't think you need that. And then if we go into these, I take the line that not recorded out. We're looking at things like, okay, have they had their alcohol, BMI, and smoking recorded? Then you're looking at, have they had advice given if they're recorded as high? And that'll be the same for alcohol and smoking. So again, it's looking at who's had their alcohol recorded. I don't think we need these lines for not recorded. And then it's looking at smoking cessation support, for example. I'm not sure what that one is. Okay, yeah, that's actually, it's not too bad. So you can see that smoking cessation support for smokers has gradually gone up, and then it sort of dips again. I think it's financial year. I'm not sure what that is. And then it goes again, and the same for smoking here, where that's the status oh, that's just telling you how many are smokers. So they're really useful charts. They're sort of hidden away. So if you go into the chronic conditions, when you open up, at the moment, they're hidden away and you have to sort of open them up. And I wonder whether, you can export the charts. Obviously, with these posters, what you can do is you just say, right, if you want to have that picture of BMI recorded this year, you save the chart and import it into your PowerPoint picture. So not PowerPoint picture, but your poster, you can just cut and paste those charts in, depending on which one you might want to highlight. So a practice might say, we really wanted to focus on making sure that everyone who's BMI over 30 was offered support this year. I don't know. I'm not sure whether they've been stratified into different groups. I mean, it's what you're wanting to see is all of these going up. This is, I can't remember what the different one. So these different charts. So this. Anyway, whether you want to have a simple poster that is just, if their BMI was over 30, is there a code that they've been offered support? But these are still very good posters. I think they're useful because to audit that from your own system, and you'd have to run cuts at different time. We don't. This would be very sort of work heavy for practices to try and create these posters themselves. So lovely that they're there. We should be trying to say, hey, please do use these.